They thought they were hunting a defenseless female trucker, but little did they know what truly awaited them. An endless highway stretched beneath the roar of Sarah Mitchell's 18-wheeler. The sun set behind her, painting the sky in vibrant shades of red and gold. She adjusted her grip on the wheel, glancing at the two large crates secured on the passenger seat. Inside were her most loyal companions, Duke and Ranger, two well-trained military dogs. After 6 years serving as a military dog handler, Sarah switched to trucking to travel the country and make a living. Though the battlefield was behind her, she never traveled unprepared. The two German shepherds were more than just pets. They were her family, protectors, and the best defense in an unpredictable world. She had just entered Montana and stopped at a small gas station to fuel up, stretch her legs, and walk the dogs. Jumping out of the cab, she felt eyes on her. A group of bikers in leather vests decorated with tattoos stood idly by their motorcycles. Their smirks and whispers sent a wave of unease through her. Sarah had encountered unwanted attention as a female truck driver before, but something about this group set her instincts on edge. Ignoring them, she unhooked Duke and Ranger. Their lean, muscular bodies tensed as they began to survey the area. Ranger, the darker of the two, let out a low growl, sensing the tension in the air. "Good dogs," one of the bikers shouted, approaching leisurely. He was tall and broad-shouldered, with a scruffy beard and a smile that didn't reach his eyes. "You sure a little thing like you can handle such a big rig?" Sarah met his gaze without flinching. "Yeah, I can manage just fine." Another biker, younger and lankier, snickered. "Maybe you need a real man behind the wheel? How about it, sweetheart? We'll buy you a drink inside." "I'm not interested," she said firmly, securing the dogs. The men exchanged glances, their amusement turning more predatory. One of them stepped forward, his fingers twitching as if he wanted to grab her arm. "Oh, don't be like that. We're just being friendly." Duke sensed the shift in his owner's stance, tensing, ears pinned back, lips slightly curled. Sarah tightened her grip on the leash. "I said, not interested. Step back." Instead of retreating, the lead biker grinned wider. "Feisty one. I like that." She was done. Sarah was patient, but she wasn't about to let the situation escalate. She dropped the leashes and gave a quiet but firm command. "Guard!" Duke and Ranger sprang into action. Ranger lunged forward first, letting out a deep, guttural growl that made the biker step back, his bravado evaporating instantly. Duke followed, baring his teeth, his posture rigid and aggressive. The bikers retreated defensively. Sarah stepped forward, her voice cold as ice. "Thought I was alone? You were wrong. These guys are trained to take down threats a lot bigger and meaner than you. I suggest you get on your bikes and leave before they decide you're more than just a nuisance." For a moment, the bikers hesitated, then silently agreed to back off, muttering curses under their breath. One shot her a hateful look before mounting his motorcycle. Engines revved, and one by one they roared off the parking lot, disappearing into the deepening dusk. Sarah slowly exhaled, watching them leave, then turned to the dogs. "Good boys," she murmured, kneeling to ruffle their fur. Ranger let out a satisfied huff, and Duke's tail wagged slightly, but his eyes still tracked the road in case they returned. Climbing back into the truck, she glanced at the passenger seat, where the dog crates were. "Looks like I owe you two a steak dinner," she mused, smiling to herself. It was a long road ahead, but with Duke and Ranger by her side, she knew she would never truly be alone or defenseless, and that was all she needed. When Sarah pulled the truck back onto the highway, she kept an eye on her side mirrors. The bikers had disappeared for now, but something in her gut told her this wasn't over. She had dealt with men like these before. Ranger let out a soft sound from the passenger seat, sensing her tension. Sarah reached over, soothingly scratching his ears. "It's all right, boy, just a bunch of idiots." But an hour later, as the neon lights of a roadside diner came into view, her premonition became reality. In the rearview mirror, a faint light of motorcycle headlights appeared, not one, but at least 6. Her grip on the wheel tightened. Duke and Ranger both were on alert. Leading them directly to where she planned to stop for the night wasn't an option, so in a split second, she made a decision. Signaling, she guided the truck off the highway into the diner's parking lot, pulling in beside a row of other semi-trailers. It was a well-lit place with a few patrons inside, though not too crowded at this hour. Climbing out of the cab, she heard the motorcycles pull into the lot behind her. The group of bikers dismounted, their boots crunching on the gravel as they headed her way. She was done with it. Leaving the truck door open, she grabbed Duke's leash and unhooked the restraints. He shifted into full readiness mode, ears forward, eyes locked on the approaching men. "Hey, lady!" shouted the bearded biker, spreading his arms like welcoming an old friend. "You hurt my feelings back there. That wasn't nice." "Leave," Sarah warned, her tone flat and unwavering. The biker who'd snickered earlier smirked. "Or what, gonna sick your mutts on us again?" Ranger, still in the truck, let out a sharp, threatening bark. The sound made the younger biker flinch, but he quickly recovered, forcing a laugh. The bearded one stepped forward. "Come on, we just want to talk." Sarah didn't have time for games. With a fluid motion, she unhooked Duke's leash and issued a quiet, clear command. "Protect!" Duke didn't hesitate. He surged forward in a controlled burst of speed, stopping inches from the lead biker. His powerful chest vibrated with a deep, warning growl, teeth bared, eyes locked on target. The biker froze, his bravado gone in an instant. Hey, call him off." Sarah crossed her arms. "Not until you and your buddies get on your bikes and leave." The rest of the bikers faltered, visibly recalculating their odds. One muttered, "Screw this, man. It ain't worth it." The bearded biker scowled but slowly backed off. "Crazy." Duke snapped his jaws, the sound like a gunshot in the still night air. The biker didn't finish his sentence, instead turning to head back to his motorcycle. One by one, the others followed suit. "Don't be messing with me," he shouted as a parting shot. Sarah exhaled, finally relaxing her fists. She knelt next to Duke, petting his head. "Good boy." Ranger let out a whine from the truck and she laughed. Yes, you're a good boy too." Climbing back into the cab, she locked the doors and breathed out. This time she was sure they wouldn't be returning. Tomorrow, she'd be on the road again, another state, another mile closer to her goal. But tonight she'd sleep peacefully, knowing her best friends had her back. With them by her side, no one would dare trouble her again. Did you enjoy this story? Tell us your thoughts in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to not miss new releases. See you soon.